the new engine in the old chassis and the new chassis. That's
He wins the championship next year. I think Marc on the GP25 is going to be so good, so willing to engage Marquez. He's been willing to go toe-to-toe with Marquez. Minutes or so time, and I do believe that Fabio Di Gianantonio is going to be accompanying us.
And, you know, Ab-Lib, we just went for it, sat down, and they told us to pull some cards. He's owned the team and been team manager for, like, since the early 90s. Being a team owner, it's not ad manager, it's not the same as being a team manager in a factory.
Not sure what he went on to fulfill all of his potential. Of course he did, two-time world champion.
This one's interesting, isn't it? Marc passing Enea Bastianini.
He wasn't happy at a beast at all, was he?
Yeah, that's a feud that certainly carried on past the checkered flag. Grand Prix spent most of it trying to help Jorge Martin, or certainly that was how Enea told, hey, I finished 3 seconds ahead of him, and he was on the best bike on the grid.
You know, so why didn't Enea beat me, you know, on a GP24?
May, in a very emotional press conference, that he was retiring at the This is being worn by Aleix Spargo. Now, I know Aleix, she's a big fan of Japan, a big fan in some of his hobbies. We know that Aleix is hugely passionate about cycling. I mean, the guy busts out.
They're having so much testing available to them. Of course, they would, I guess, hope to have been able, no doubt, doing private testing. Of course, he'll be out on track at the shakedown in Malaysia. A package over to Honda will certainly be an asset to that operation.
Concession rankings, they get 260 rear tyres when you have got to ride on the tyres are the most important thing on the bike, and you don't have the actual tyres and run them a long time, you know, get everything out of them. And we've got 260 tyres compared to the other extreme, for example, Ducati 170, so 9
legs. An end of season charge, but ultimately got him up to 8th place overall in the championship. I mean, of course, you know, as an ex-rider, is
point between the bike and the rider is.
This is something, you know, edit on what Aprilia have achieved.
Is joining from Aprilia as the new 10th. So how important is that? I mean, obviously we've seen so many factories now they've influenced by.
Definitely is something that you need the best people with the best experience on the field. Tires, a lot of Formula 1 technology.
Some cats in 2025 and good luck in particular for Buriram. Always a pleasure. Have a great winter, and we will see you in 2025. Thank you very much. Already on course for the boss's expectations.
Yeah.
He said, what, around, I don't know, under 40 minutes time we are hoping to be brilliant. That is the general reaction, is that the first time that a rider gets to experience. When he made his debut in Valencia last year, he came to his media scrum and he just looked happy. Finished third overall at the championship, and I think it was just the look that told Marc. He said the first guy he ever overtook in MotoGP was Marc Marquez in Qatar, wasn't it?
and we were performing very good, so it means that what he did, if we, you know, it's very difficult. The most difficult thing in MotoGP is to not gonna surrender ever. And this is something that is amazing, because he was fighting for the top 5 in the championship with this amazing. Well, he is a very good guy to make team building. Everyone loved him. Championship, it means how good is Jorge. Win the championship with the.
You know that Marc he's got his own specific demands. He likes to.
They don't know the tires. They don't know how they feel with hot.
And sometimes markets, because we had the same bike. But honestly, it's worth to improve, and for sure I will continue to study them.
And what?
My crew chiefs, but also Gigi has always said that I'm quite precise on the comments. So
in your pocket, you've got security for the next 2 years, you're a factory control
session, and you're sort of doing the debrief, and then the 9 times world champion, the GOAT.
So what's my best friend that is coming to all the races, Fabio? I said Fa. Disponibile, I don't know, super free to chat, let's say.
The bikes again, see what's going on inside the garage. Thanks for turning up. We've loved your company. Welcome, our door is always open, Fabio. Thanks very much. Have a great winter, and as we say,
thank you. Ciao, guys.
This season, in a campaign where he was hotly tipped to be the Moto future, to the point that Fermin Aldeguer was already confirmed to be on next year's MotoGP grid.
Marquez has been at the top of the leaderboard for quite some time. He had to wait 1,043 days though, didn't
when the Yamaha wasn't as competitive as
the faster one on track. So we needed to be quite. Sometimes I expect that also from our new technical director to push and find
their pole positions. Do you think it's realistic?
Bike, so I think it's realistic to close the gap. I think it's to put pressure now. The priority now is to understand the bike, to let that, but for sure we don't give up.
Massimo, we know you're always a very incredibly busy person.
Yeah, there. Ciao.
Thank you very much to Massimo Rivola. Exciting.
Together, all of the expertise, softer bike with Fabiola Sterling times he's been through, from a point where it seemed almost a given that Marc Marquez would only be fighting at the start of 2020. The many surgeries for the World Championship will satisfy the 8 times World Champion next year.
Frankie Morbidelli, of course, in 4th place. We haven't mentioned Fast Frankie too much. Has been his best work so far. You're the select.
So far, with that last run, Marco Bezzecchi now has clocked up 82 laps.
You know what? There wasn't a heap. It was more riders confirming what an engineer said to me that that used to work on. They're back on. Couldn't quite see properly there, but pickup or anything. It's not correct. But again, it blew my mind that there's even.
I think that we can be quite happy with the day, and hopefully we can find the list.
Hear exactly what he was saying.
Yeah, it's difficult because when you change your bike month time, I think that we will give some good time for.
All right, he sounds rather happy and content, doesn't he? Great news to hear Fabio Quartararo. He sort of knuckled down, got his head down this year, has really impressed me.
Loses cool, like quite easily, if things weren't going right, and losing his rag regularly, temper, and then at the end times, but he works a different way, he's more mature about it, turning up, because, okay, they've got to learn a little more about aerodynamics, and clearly the direction is less electronics and more in
So just how close the contact is between rider and tech guru.
Humble, quiet, like a new 24 and GP25.
Just leading there on the way past.
Yeah, he's left one family to another. Yeah, that looks like it definitely is. 2024 done and dusted for Marc Marquez.
Going on, get filmed and lose that technology. The little 5-pump thing.
Marc Marquez has forgotten there's a practice start section at the end of the day.
So this is GP25 heading out
for this year. The GP23 that Marc Marquez campaigned throughout the year.
They're doing it so he doesn't have to do it at the end of the pit lane.
Man in this part of the world, isn't he? Marc Marquez, the crowd on their feet. They had the